Everybody, all right, guys, it's 4 days till Christmas, and we're doing the number four slot. And number four is tactical RPG. And you want to know something? Missed. The game has tactics in its name. And
Yes, it
guys,
does.
and you want to know something, guys? It's Final Fantasy. These tactics. We couldn't. You knew we couldn't do this list without putting the Final Fantasy game on here. I mean, we tried. We tried.
Yeah, but I don't know too many other tactical RPGs that could really beat this one.
No, it can't. It's just,
I mean, for this console, because there is one that can beat it, but that was actually
yeah. But this game has layers to it, and is very well. From what I played, I only played a little bit of it, and for what I played, it is amazing. It literally, I thought it was like tactics. What the hell is this? And I was like, this is very fun to play. Go ahead and explain some more about it.
Actually, I have a really weird relationship with this game because I do love Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong. Like generally, not every installment, but generally, I do love Final Fantasy.
Right.
But I actually got into tactics because of a different RPG series called Suikoden.
Right.
And they had a tactics game on, let me check, PlayStation 2. I have I have my PlayStation display right here. And I absolutely love Suikoden Tactics on PlayStation 2 because it was a different take on the RPG. So, when I found out that Final Fantasy had one, I'm like, oh snap! So, I started playing it, and it's very similar. There's notable differences, but it's very similar. But it's basically like you're kind of like on a grid, and you're supposed to basically clear the grid of the enemies.
Right.
But you gotta be smart about it. This isn't like you just go and hacking and slashing. No, you actually gotta be smart about it because it's kind of like playing chess in a way.
Oh.
I think it's something like if you get to the enemy first, it's a preemptive attack. But if the enemy gets to you first, it's they attack first. And I think they have like stronger abilities or something like that. So it's very much like Final Fantasy meets chess. And you gotta pay attention to your character's movements.
Well, I mean, that is true. And there's another game that I kind of like that is really sort of like this. Shining Force.
I've heard of it, never played it, but I've heard of it.
It's fun. It was for the Sega Genesis, and that's why I was interested in this. Because Shining Force was one of the first tactical RPGs I ever played. Yes, guys. Yes. Those of you out there, yes, motherfuckers, I played something other than Mega Man. I play tactical RPG, so fuck you. But it was really interesting to play because of the way you played the game. It literally was like, it's like you said, it was like chess. You attack the leader. If you get the leader, you win. And that's the whole point of the matchup. But once you get to that leader's strong as fuck. So
yeah, it's almost like you benefit from clearing the board because you get your XP and you get different abilities for each class, and there's a gang of classes. There's like 12, 13. There's a lot of classes in that game.
Yeah. There's a lot of classes, but this game, like I said, coming from a person who literally admired Shining Force, which I think Zach is going to say, whatever, bullshit. That's probably going to say that game sucks. But coming from a guy who loves Shining Force to playing this game literally takes Shining Force and does it very much better justice. And I love tactics. Tactics does this. Like I said, from what I play, of little of what I play, I love it. The reason I didn't finish playing it is, other games.
Yeah, that's kind of the downfall of this game is you kind of need time to play it.
You need time. You got to be patient. Like it's like if this is the thing, that's what any tactical RPG. with any tactical RPG, you have to have patience.
It's true, but with Suikoden, it was actually better paced. Like it's a faster paced version. But Final Fantasy Tactics, I did notice I had to grind a lot.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to grind a lot of time. Yeah, but that's the one knock about it that makes it that keeps it from being number one. The reason is 3. Is also the opposite of that. Yes, it's time consuming, but you are not going to leave your room to beat. You want to stay in that room to beat that level. So the thing that's good about it is also the thing that's bad about it. That makes sense?
Because I was very much attached to it. Like I was like, okay, I'm sitting here like 2 hours grinding, but I also can't stop. Even though I'm kind of bored out of my mind, but I can't stop.
You can't stop. It's not the fact you're bored, like, oh man, this is so boring. But it's like, I don't want to look away. I want to keep playing. And
it's not boring in the sense like it's a bad game. It's boring in the sense that anytime you have to grind, that's just a repetitive process.
It's repetitive. Because it's the same boss, same sprite. It's the same thing every fucking time, and it gets annoying. Like, oh crap, yay, I just did it, and then like, I gotta go, and then you're sitting there thinking in your head, I could go pee right now, but I really don't want to. Stuff like that. But I like I said, Tactics to me is a great game, and like we did with the last choice, which was the art, which is something I literally was like arguing, and I put my foot down. Like, Tactics is a good RPG. It's a good Final Fantasy Tactics is probably one of the best.
And to be honest, in terms of like, let's say you're not really into, like, you're not full-fledged into RPGs, but you're interested. This one kind of is a good start. Like if you're not too familiar with RPGs, but you want to get into them, this is kind of a good basic game to start with.
It is.
Because you're not missing anything story-wise. No Final Fantasy game is really connected outside of the Final Fantasy 13 series and Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. Other than that, you're not missing any story.
Yeah.
It's its own separate story. The animation is adorable. There are chocobos. Love them, because I love chocobos of all kinds. But yeah, this is a pretty basic, safe game to get into.
It is, and that's why it's number 3 on our... number 4 on our list. Number 4.
And the other reason why it's number 4 is, unfortunately, unless you are a Final Fantasy person, this title is probably not going to register with you unless.
Oh yeah. It's not going to register really hard with you if you're not a Final Fantasy fan. You won't recognize about half the characters. Like, who the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? It's just not as memorable as the other ones. But I will say this: it's number 4, and it's the top 5, which is very good for a game.
Because it's still a very good game. It really is.
It's still a good game. Yeah, and the thing I like about this list is the fact that, and I want to say this right here. The thing I like about this list is all the games we got on this list is just something that realistically is not being copied. Nobody is doing exactly what we're doing. Like, the list we're doing is not the obvious. It's literally us trying to pick our favorites and putting it together and fixing it up. So I actually do like it, like what we're doing. And
there's no right or wrong. This is just our personal opinions.
Right.
Because if you saw the behind the scenes, even our personal opinions, we were fighting.
Right. Sorry, everybody. If you're wondering, my dog was eating the cord and trying to get electrocuted. Yeah, it's number 4. It's number 4 number 4 on our list, top 5, and that's a good one. So this has been a good episode. We'll see you tomorrow for number 3 on our list, which is going to be even more memorable because, like I said, like Miss said, you're right. We were arguing. We were fighting. We were damn near fighting.
This was probably this particular choice, Final Fantasy Tactics, was probably the one that wasn't fought because it's like, well, we got nothing else.
yeah, we got nothing else. You just got to put it there.
There were other choices, but even when we said Final Fantasy Tactics, it's like, oh yeah.
Well, realistically, let's put it like this: now that we're down to the bottom three, from here, from 4 all the way to 12, it was straightforward.
I did have my gripe with one of them. Remember?
I know. But
I conceded because I can admit my love of Street Fighter.
This is true. You conceded for that one because you were literally back into the wall. But I'll admit that the rest of them, except for that one, particular one, which you were fighting for. But 3 through 1, he literally was fighting. We were fighting. I ain't gonna lie. I thought we were fighting between 1 and 2. We were having a 30-minute discussion about 1 and 2. We had a 30-minute discussion. And like I said, this list is something you will never see anybody doing on the internet. I don't think nobody's doing the list like this. Just being honest, because number 1 is gonna just shock you. This is gonna literally be a shocker to you because it's literally a left field game that you will never see coming. So, with that said, people, we'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas to y'all. If you don't see the rest of the list.